Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Let's talk about Basketball Wife Season 7, Episode 1. Let's get into it. We see that Evelyn done slept around with, Miss Shawnee's ex. Which ex was it? Was it Shaquille O'Neal or her recent actor boyfriend? I was like, oh shit, what's going on? And so I'm like, damn it. Then, Jackie's gonna get a touch of reality when she goes to counseling, and Jackie describes how terrible her daughter Takari is, but the counselor says that apple don't fall far from the tree. So she had to pick this behavior up from somewhere, and evidently it was you. I was like, oh shit. And then we find out that, this Jennifer thing with, Sweetie Pie and Tim basically was something that can be filmed on the show, and Evelyn jumped right in so she can be filmed too and have a storyline too as well. But anyways, I do have a video about Evelyn and Tim and that situation, so I'm gonna put it in the description box. And then the videos about Jackie and her daughter, I'm gonna put that in the description box. And also Evelyn getting dumped by Carl, because Carl family did not see it for Evelyn. They did not like her. They did not want her around him. They felt that she was beneath him. They felt like she was dirty, low down, and she was a gold digger, and she wasn't a good look for him or their family. And the women and, Carl's family was adamant about him not marrying Evelyn. So it is what it is. And then on top of that, the French Montana stunt that Evelyn and French Montana did. I have a video on that too. It's all in my What's Going On playlist, but I'm gonna leave some of the videos in the description box. I'm like, whoa. But it also seems like, damn, you see how, Chantel was filming with Jackie and all this other stuff. It's like, damn, how come Takari's not there? And then, it makes people think that, damn, it is like some colorism going on or whatever. But there's a lot more to the story between Jackie and her daughter. So it is what it is. So let's get going. Let's get started. So we see Sean, and she done jumped into the weed business, the industry of the weed, and she's with her son. And so now we know Shawnee gets high. Shawnee like her she likes some edibles too. So does, Tammy as well. So anyway, she's in the weed business. She wants to know how everything goes, and basically she's thinking her son's going to be a part of it. And she was telling her son he was a lightweight, because he was like, I'm getting high in here. She was like, you're a lightweight. So I see, Shawnee, she got it going on. She knows what to do. So anyways, let's get to the most funniest part of the episode, is when Jackie takes, Malaysia to yoga. So anyways, we find out that Jackie then went all across the world, and she got a tummy tuck, or she got a scalpel something type of tummy tuck or whatever. She's losing weight, and she's a better person now. She's looking to help her body with herbs. And we find out that Malaysia is a bi-coastal parent, bi-coastal mom. She's in Atlanta, then she's in LA, where her money's at, where her business at. So anyways, they go to yoga, and it's with the goats or whatever. So this reminds me of Wags Atlanta, when they went to, yoga, and they had not goats. I'm like cows, goats. They have goats or whatever. So anyways, it was so funny. The goat done pissed on Jackie's mat. They're talking about, that's a blessing. Then the goat turned around and shitted on Jackie mat. That's a blessing. Come on. And it was like, go buy a lottery ticket. Like, yeah, right. Why you playing with Jackie? That goat don't like Jackie. Didn't do that to nobody else but Jackie. Malaysia was like, this is just so nasty. Malaysia's like, the goat is, shitting turds all over the way. It looks like rotten Skittles. I was like, oh no. And then when Jackie just, she continued, and she bent down. She was telling Malaysia how relaxing it is. You go this way, you go that way. The goats will come and they won't come. Whatever. That goat jumped on Jackie's back. Jackie was like, Jesus, you didn't tell me you was going to do this to me. Oh no, why you do that? That was so funny. Malaysia was laughing. The people, the yoga instructors were just looking, and it was just like, what is going on? They was just laughing, because they know damn well that goat did not like Jackie. That was so messed up. When that goat jumped on Jackie's back, she was like, ah! She was like, Jesus, they didn't tell me I was going to do this. So it was real funny or whatever. So then Malaysia, she wants us to meet her family. So we meet her family, the two men, Brian is her uncle or whatever, her cousin, her uncle or whatever, and he used to coach for the New Orleans, the LA Lakers. He played for this team. He's a legend, and he's a living legend. And then we have her other cousin or whatever. His name is Thomas Scott, and he's married to Kristen, and her older, I guess, cousin or uncle, whatever his name, Brian, he's actually with Cece. Cece seems like she's hot. She's ready to go. She seems like she wants to be a trophy wife, and that's what she's going to be. And basically, we find out that she is a home wrecker. She be breaking up homes, and she is so insecure with herself that she got to say that, oh, we have sex like this, we do it like that, this and that. Like, damn, if your sex life was that good, you don't have to do all that. That means the sex ain't really going well together at all. Like, if you got to do all that seems like, you're holding on for dear life. And so then, Kristen, she jumps in talking about, oh, I shake my booty like this too. Like, why you gotta do all that? Like, nobody really cares how you guys are having sex unless you're gonna show us you guys butt naked, leak a sex tape, and we might watch it and review it. So anyways, so we meet them. It's all cool, but it just seems like Cece's real desperate. And she's really looking for that attention or whatever. But anyways, it was funny when Jackie was telling Malaysia that when she was watching porn with her husband, Doug, or whatever, she put a white girl up. And Doug was like, no, put a black girl up. She was like, who do you think is sexy? And Doug said, Malaysia. Malaysia was like, oh, so disgusting. TMI, keep that to yourself. She just felt real disgusted about the situation. I was just like, shit. It was so crazy. But it was so funny to see Jackie run and scream when that goat jumped on her back. So, it is what it is. And so now we got Tammy. Tammy's on Wildin' Out. She's doing her thing. She's getting that bag. The Bonnie Chronicles with Snoop Dogg or whatever. Her and, her boyfriend, they're going to be getting married. Reggie. That's right, Reggie. Reggie just reminds me of Gumbo. And so they're going to be getting married or whatever. She's getting that bag. And so Jennifer calls her. And she's talking to Jennifer. And she was like, tell everybody that I F with. I said, what's up? And Jennifer's like, what about who you don't mess with? Like, you know who it is. Don't act like you don't know. So it is what it is with that situation. Jennifer's acting like she don't know where Tammy's coming from, what Tammy's talking about. So then we get Tammy, we get, Evelyn and Jen, they walk and Jennifer's pointing out the areas that she was stalked and chased by Tim at. Like, this is straight a storyline, like, yo. This is bad for business, because, Jennifer don't really got nothing going on, so this Tim story was the shit. I'm gonna leave the link in the below about Tim and Jennifer, the video I did about them two. So anyways, she's pointing out she's scared to walk at home, she's scared to do this, she's scared to do that, she's scared to walk her dog, she's scared to come out at night, she's all this and everything, and she's in fear. And, she's so glad that she has Evelyn to support. And Evelyn was like, you can come and stay at my house anytime you want. I know what being abused is. I know how it is. But we find out that Tammy says that, Evelyn lied about her abuse, that it wasn't true. And so if somebody headbutt you once, is that an abusive relationship? I don't know. So anyways, Tammy's saying that it wasn't even like that. So we'll see what goes on this season. So moving on from that, Evelyn talks about, her and Carl breaking up and how, like, she still got these embryos. And then on top of that, like, she was doing her third trimester and, like, the IVF and all this other stuff. Blase and the third, and she's so disappointed, but she tried to work it out with Carl because Jennifer asked her, did you try to work it out? She was like, I did, because I want my son to have his father and grow up with his father. I really tried or whatever. So that was a moment for her to get her acting cojones in. She started crying right on tip. I think she's crying about that money that's gone, because she was really married. She really was going to marry up, but you know what? She got the next best thing, and she got a baby by him. So she's gonna forever get support until her son turns 18 or 21 if he's in college. So it is what it is with that situation. So she was just like, I just want to try to make the situation better. I tried to do everything, but it was just so much. It was just too much. It was just too nasty. Everything was just too disgusting. I don't know, or whatever. So we leave that situation alone. And So, Evelyn and Jennifer, they're at the gym, they're working out or whatever, and they're talking about relationships. Jennifer's talking about, like, she's scared of relationship, but she might try somebody young. That's what she's telling Evelyn, because Evelyn asks. And she was like, she don't want to mess with anybody that's in their 20s. Evelyn was like, oh, come on, that's good. You better mess with somebody in your 20s or whatever. She was like, all this other stuff. I guess Evelyn kind of confirmed that her and French Montana trying to get to know each other, or they are, a little bit more than friends, or they're trying to, whatever. I don't know. We both know that French Montana is not messing with Evelyn. If he is, I would be shocked. I would be shocked. So, not that she's bad looking or she's older or anything like that. I would be shocked because he's really with the clout. And she got a little bit of clout because she's on VH1, right? So, moving on from that, then, they kind of like make fun of, Tammy, Evelyn does, because Shawnee finally shows up. She didn't really want to be there, whatever. So everyone talks about, Tammy. Have you guys heard from Tammy? Have you seen Tammy? Where's Tammy at? And with all this other stuff. And Tammy ain't being seen. She ain't being thought of. She has disappeared from the ladies for the whole almost a year that they've been separated. So anyways, they end up talking about Jackie, and Evelyn is not forgiving Jackie because, she talked about her daughter. She's crazy. She's this, she's that. And she don't want to have nothing to do with, Jackie at all. But then she throws in a little remark about Tammy and started walking like Tammy, acting like Tammy, talking about she's so old, she needs a cane. You see how she walking the shoes, just making all types of fun of Tammy. And, Jennifer's laughing, and, Shawnee's laughing too as well, but Shawnee ends up telling Tammy about the situation. But was Jennifer going to say anything to, Tammy about the situation? Because they're supposed to be friends, right? It seems like Jennifer just couldn't wait to be back under and Evelyn's good graces. It's like she needs approval from Evelyn. I don't know. Or maybe Evelyn just being there with the Tim situation, if it's actually true. She thinks that she has a real friend. And plus, Evelyn did testify in court or say some things on the behalf of Jennifer to let the judge know that, that Tim was actually harassing her from text messages. And basically, I believe that Evelyn was given some hearsay information in the courtroom or whatever, because there was text messages that was going back and forth between Evelyn and, Jennifer when the situation with Tim was going on. So was this all set up for it to be filmed on the show? But, Jennifer did get her temporary restraining order, and she feels like she has a new lease on life. Okay. We'll see how that gets down. So, it is what it is with that situation. And so Evelyn was like, she's rolling in with them heels, just cracking on her shoes, how she walks and all types of stuff. I was just like, wow. So we get Jackie. Jackie meets up with her daughter, Chantel, basically talk to her. And it seems like Chantel's daughter, which is Jackie's granddaughter, is really in love with Jackie and loves Jackie, basically. So Jackie is talking about, Tammy meeting up with, talking about, seeing Evelyn in the situation, how she's just so hurt and she's not going to apologize to, Evelyn anymore. She's moving forward from Evelyn, and she's not going to, she knows there's going to be kind of, some tension there. But she's going to show up because she wants to meet Malaysia's family. She wants to be there, and she has a +1, so her +1 is going to be her daughter, Chantel. So Chantel was like, it's all good. Maybe you guys need to talk so guys can actually be in the same room at the same damn time without any problems or any negativity. So, you can see Chantel acting more mature and basically growing up and, actually being in the basketball wife situation, like where, she's dressing up, she got the makeup on, she's actually like, becoming a basketball wife cast or daughter cast. So it is what it is with that situation. So we'll see how that goes. And Malaysia's having her big party, and it's supposed to be all good or whatever. And everybody shows up except for, Evelyn. Not Evelyn, Tammy. Tammy's not there. Tammy hit the road, Jack. She got better things to do. So, Evelyn sees Jackie, and she sees a lot of tension, and she's not liking it. And she's feeling nervous because she's upset because you don't talk about my daughter, and she's still harboring over that. She's still just furious over that. And, Jennifer's like, I hope you're not going to punch her into the. She goes, no, I'm not going to punch her, whatever. And so Jennifer and Cece, Jennifer and Evelyn actually meet Cece, and it was like, look at her breasts hanging out. Evelyn was like, wow, her breast is all the way up there to her neck, and it was just like, you got it all hanging out. So they're actually kind of judging Cece on the way that she's looking, the way that she's dressed, and they're also judging the crowd of the guys that are there, that they're grandpas. Jennifer's really judging the guys. Look at the old man over there. Look at the grandpas. It's kind of strange, party with the grandpas or whatever. But they kind of do like Christian. They're feeling Christian, and they're cool with her or whatever. So when Jackie walks in, so Jackie's with her daughter. Evelyn's like, I want to say hi to her daughter, but I think it would just be really weird to say that. And so then everybody starts to talk about where's Tammy at. And so then that's when Jennifer was like, well, I was talking to, Tammy. And when I was talking to her, she said, tell everybody I said hello that I F with. And then that's when Evelyn was like, oh, I know that shot was directed towards me. I know it was towards me because she don't like me. Of course she knows it's towards you because you guys don't like each other. But I just wonder if they're doing this for the show to have the story keep going, because everybody's really interested, and Evelyn and Tammy fighting a lot of people, and continuing that beef from many years ago. I wonder if they're actually really just friends. So anyways, it is what it is in that situation. So Jackie's nervous, she's feeling some type of way, but Chantel wants to talk to Evelyn and see if she can come to a remedy for the situation, or they can be cordial to each other at the same time in the same room or whatever. And so Evelyn and Jennifer, they go upstairs, and so Chantel, she follows them up there, and she talks to them, and she was like, she introduced herself. Jackie's getting upset, she's about to explode, but Malaysia jumped in and said, I'll handle the situation. And she goes in and she stands in and she listens to them talk, whatever. So Evelyn was just like, your mom said some stuff about my daughter, whatever. Maybe one day that could possibly happen, but right now I don't really want to talk to her. I don't got no beef with her, but and Chantel is basically trying to say that Jackie's in a good place. She's changed and all this other stuff. She's copping pleas for her mom when her mom don't want her to cop no pleas, because she just knows it's not going to work. No matter what, if Evelyn and Jackie forgive each other about this situation with talking about each other's family, because Evelyn did talk about Jackie's family as well, and she shitted on Jackie too as well, and she made stories up too as well. Same thing as Jackie. So it's tit for tat, and they will find something else to fight about, because Evelyn really just does not like Jackie, and Jackie doesn't like that Evelyn doesn't like her. So that's that situation. I was just like, wow. And so, Jackie's upset. She doesn't want to be bothered in the conversation, and she wants to leave the party immediately, ASAP, because she's upset that her daughter was actually talking to, Evelyn, and she feels like her daughter's taking Evelyn's side, because she feels like Evelyn can manipulate her children because of what happened with, Takari. And she feels she doesn't want that to happen with Chantel. So also Jennifer and Evelyn was like, oh, is that Jackie's daughter? They was like, yeah. And so Jennifer was like, oh, that's the one she does like. So they're taking all types of shots that we're gonna see on the reunion already on the first episode. It wasn't epic or anything like that, but it just lets you know where people stand at in the episode. And we got another new character coming. Her name is OG. We'll see how that goes. So it seems like Malaysia family is going to get into it with, Jennifer and Evelyn. So what's her name? Shanti meets up with, Tammy, and Jennifer's there, and Jennifer was like, Evelyn's been there for me. She's been really cool, whatever. And so Tammy was in her confession, was like, oh, she's been there for you for 5 years. You didn't talk to her. You talked to me, and you told me that you wasn't even going to talk to her ever again. So Tammy was like, okay, I see where this is going. You're all up Evelyn's ass again until she do something wrong to you. And so Shawnee's just making faces and just looking like, I don't know. But then Shawnee was like, yo, I gotta be honest with you, Evelyn did say something about, she was kind of making fun of you, she was kind of imitating you and your walk or whatever. So then Tammy was like, well, you know what, I take her on a road with me, maybe she needs some money since she thinks she's so funny, because that publicity stunt she did with French Montana cries desperation. So I was like, oh shit. And she was like, I don't even want to hear it. And then Tammy goes in her confessional, she was like, maybe Evelyn needs to try some new hobbies, like this, like that, like this, and you know what, she needs to stop getting on her knees. and you know, sucking the skin off the meat. Because right now it hasn't got her married again. You know, it got her Chad, but she couldn't cut the deal with Carl. Carl was out. His family was not really feeling it at all. So Tammy was like, all right, Tammy's feeling a certain type of way because, you know, they're kind of co-signing, you know, Evelyn, and she has a problem with Evelyn at this point, so she probably feel like maybe she might be pushed out, or they're taking her side, or they reliving Miami all over again. But she's like, all right, she's all good with it. Anyways, until next time, peace and my one love to all my peeps and my peoples.